Hello everyone, Kirby fan here, back with another Kirby Month video. Hope you've been enjoying Kirby Month so far. We're keeping that in the edit. As far as the videos that are currently out, feel free to tell me in the comments which ones you've been enjoying so far. They've all been a blast to make. I've been having an absolute ton of fun with Kirby Month so far. And for today, we're actually going to do something that's been requested of my channel for a long time. We are going to be going over the Kirby hats in Smash Ultimate. I'm not gonna hard troll you. Don't worry. This isn't gonna be an instance of me saying, "Oh, these are the hats that I like the most." It's actually going to be how useful the ability is in the matchup. I'm only going to be covering singles. However, if doubles is something that I can bring up, sure, I will bring it up. I'm not going to be taking into account how difficult it is to get the ability, because the sad fact of the matter is Inhale in this game is really bad. So regardless, it's going to be hard to get. It doesn't matter if you're being, spaced out by Cloud or in a mirror match with another Kirby. It doesn't matter what the range is, the airspeed, whatever. You're going to have a hard time landing Inhale. But that's not what we're not here to complain. We are here to talk about the abilities. I have the tiers here. I have not technically set them up yet. I'm just gonna do that really quick right now. And you're gonna watch me typo too. So I already said what the criteria is gonna be. I'm just gonna do a quick explanation of these super fast. Nothing too long, because I don't want this video to go on forever. It's going to be kind of like a lightning round kind of thing. So if you would like to hear more of an explanation, let me know in the comments. Top tier, these are the abilities where if you're playing this matchup, you want these abilities. You absolutely cannot miss out on them. High tier, you can miss out on them. However, it would be a bad idea if you did, because ultimately these are super good abilities on this character. They're just not required. Bad idea to miss out on them, but they're not necessary. Mid tier, middle of the pack, you don't need these. If you have them, it's nice. Whatever. Low tier, these are not necessarily good abilities. You don't need them, but it's not the worst thing in the world to go without them. And bottom tier is just, why do you have this? You're actively making it worse. And I'm going to keep this in mind. This is mostly the distinction between low and bottom. Kirby, especially on platform stages, struggles with people camping platforms. And Inhale is a great way to get through shield. It's pretty much the one thing that it can do. It can inhale through platforms while they're shielding. So if it's low tier, then I don't think it's necessarily necessary, to get the ability, or to lose out on Inhale. But if it's bottom, you're seriously just, no. Okay, so starting off, we've got Mario's Fireball. This one, I actually think I'm kind of alone on this one. I would actually put this in high. I think it's really good. It's really nice for gimping Mario. He's got the cape, but Kirby's got the 5 jumps, so the fireballs aren't going to be hitting him, and you can just use this as a great approach option. It really just, it keeps a lot of stress away from the player. Donkey Kong's ability, I'm also actually going to put in the high tier. Forward throw, Donkey Punch, whatever it's called, is a thing at 70 to 80. So if you fully charge this thing, forward throw Donkey Punch, he's dead. And Donkey Kong is a super big target, so it's easy to get him to that percent. He's super big, so it's easy to inhale him. Having this really helps. Link's arrows, I'm actually going to put them under low. The problem with the arrows is that the Hylian shield just completely shuts them down. Kirby cannot reliably use them against Link without short hopping or something. They're not useless. I've gotten a couple of silly edge guards with them, or ledge situations, but they're really not that good. Samus's charge shot, you would think because it's a projectile, I would put it with, the other high tiers, but both Samus and Dark Samus I'm going to put in mid. The problem with these is that in order to actually make effective use out of them, they need to be charged up. And while Kirby's charging these up, Samus is going to be charging her own up. She's going to be firing missiles at you. If she's from above, she can get bomb situations set up. It's really good for Samus's kit. It's just not necessarily great for Kirby's kit. And that's kind of what the problem, what my problem with them is. Yoshi's low. I want to put this in bottom because I really don't think it's particularly helpful, but the egg lay isn't as good as Inhale. Well, it might be, and hell really is just that bad. But the really big benefit of it is when you actually lay them into the egg and when they jump out, you can get a mix-up out of it. That's really mostly what it's good for. Yoshi makes really good use out of it because of his aerial mobility, but Kirby's... nah. So this one's tricky because I said it's entirely reliant on the matchup, and getting a free 10% is pretty nice, so I'm going to put this in top. I know it might sound weird, but I really do think one of the best applications for Inhale is just to get a free 10 or 11% on another Kirby. Pikachu. I'm not ranking these, but if I did, I would definitely put this one above Kirby. Easy top tier. It does not have the drawback of Pichu's where it deals damage to you, and it just does such an effective job of zoning out Pikachu. It actually forces a character to come in on Kirby. Because the thing about Pikachu is that Pikachu doesn't have the 5 jumps that Kirby has, so he's not going to have as effective time as Kirby does getting in with the Thunder Jolts. Kirby has the 5 jumps. He has all this space to properly camp Pikachu out. So Pikachu actually has to come in. And then Kirby hits Pikachu really hard and kills him with Force Smash at 60, and it feels really nice. Luigi's I am also going to put under high tier. No. There you go. High tier. Really close to being top. Luigi doesn't have the cape, and this just does a really good job of dealing with Luigi in the neutral. And it deals more because, little known fact about Kirby's copy abilities in this game, they do more damage than the originals do. Great nod to the games, by the way. I love that. So Luigi's do more damage. They rack up really fast. My big issue really is just that Luigi can do the same to Kirby. Kirby can crouch under Luigi's fireballs, which is nice, but it doesn't have the perk of Mario's fireballs. You know, you can't gimp with these fireballs. You can't jump and use them, you know? They have a lot of benefits, though, and I do think they're better than Mario's fireballs. I believe that is Ness, bottom. You have this ability. You're pretty much asking Ness to heal himself. You lose a command grab. Pointless. Okay, so this ability is fun. If we're talking about fun, I would not put it in the bottom. Oh my god, this ability is so bad. You already do such a good job of dealing with Falcon's kit already. Why would you get Falcon Punch and lose a command grab? 3 in a row. Useless. I don't know if Rollout still breaks shields or not, but if a Jigglypuff is going to be on the ground so long that Kirby can use Rollout against it, no. No. Very fun ability, again. It's fun. That's what I'll say. It's fun. Peach and Daisy are the same. I don't know. I feel like this is an ability people don't like, but just considering, you know, how aggressive Peach and Daisy are, I actually don't think it's that bad. I'm gonna put it in mid. So personally, I think they should be in high, but I'm gonna put them in mid just because I feel like this ability is underexplored. A decent combo breaker. For Peach, again, I'm not saying this for Peach, I'm saying this for Kirby. I think this is a pretty solid combo breaker just because Peach gets you in her combos, and if you can get out of hit stun in time, you can hit her with Toad. It's a great edge guarding tool. I don't know if it hits Peach coming to ledge, but if she's trying to edge guard, if Peach side Bs and you get the Toad out, you predict it. That's free 24. Because again, Kirby's copy ability does more than Peach. Kirby's Toad does more than Peach's Toad and Daisy's. So just really, really interesting ability, and I feel like it's underexplored, but I also don't think Kirby versus Peach or Daisy is all that bad. I think in Smash 4, Kirby won that matchup, and now I think it's even at worst, and that's only because Peach got so much better. Bowser's is pretty good. I think Kirby deals with Bowser's kit fine already, and losing the command grab is really bad on platforms. So I'm going to put it in low. The only reason I'm putting it in low and not bottom is just because it is a good ability. It racks up damage fast. And it's good for some offstage pressure if you don't want to risk going for the down air and then getting edge guarded by Bowser. I think Fire Breath's pretty good. This is another one I think is a little underexplored, but the reason why I'm putting it here instead of mid like Peach and Daisy is just because you don't want to lose your shield options, or your options against Bowser's shield. Ice Climber, if it would work. Bottom, awful. It does nothing. Popo and Nana's works because they have 2. Kirby's has 1, and it does nothing for his kit. Needles, easy, top. Being able to needle camp is an incredible feeling. Kirby cannot crouch under Sheik's needles anymore, which is not good. But he can still deal with Sheik at a range, and in Smash Ultimate especially, the combos Kirby gets with this, they're crazy. You get, Sour Spot up tilt, that combos into Needles, and then from there you can get a forward air. If you get, I was gonna say Sweet Spot up tilt in the back air, but that doesn't involve Needles, but Sour Spot up tilt, or even just a jab lock into a Sour Spot up tilt. There are a lot of ways to get Sour Spot up tilt. And if you get that Sour Spot up tilt, Kirby can get so much damage with these. Not to mention the great edge guarding potential that Kirby has with the Needles. They're just such a good ability for Kirby to get. Zelda is a great combo breaker tool. If you could use it outside the Zelda matchup like Zelda could, I'd put it in top, but as it is, I'm just gonna put it in high. Just because I don't see too much use for it in the Zelda matchup. Just because Zelda beats Kirby out with projectiles, and Kirby doesn't reflect these projectiles. So it doesn't really change anything about the matchup, just that Zelda's not dealing damage. He's still pressuring Kirby. The only thing Kirby can reflect with this is the down B, and if Zelda lets herself get reflected by the down B like that, big yikes. Dr. Mario, I'm going to put Doc, yeah, in the high. I've already went over Mario's. Not the exact same, but it's the same idea, especially since Kirby and Kirby have no differences. Mario and Dr. Mario have differences. Kirby and Kirby don't. Pichu. All right, so this one's going to be a little difficult. I might actually take a little time with this. I am going to put this in high. So the big thing is that Kirby struggles against Pikachu without the ability. And not to say that Kirby doesn't struggle against Pichu without the ability, because he does. But what's really nice about Kirby is that he hits like a truck, and he's hard to hit and combo and such. So he actually deals with Pichu's kit a lot better than he deals with Pikachu's. So having the ability is not as completely necessary. Pikachu, you have to have that ability. Pichu, it's really nice, but the combination of it not being necessary plus the added damage that Kirby will get, which makes Pichu KO him even earlier, yeah, I'm a little hesitant to say it's top, but it's very good. That is Falco. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to put it in bottom. We do Fox yet? Where's Fox? I just realized I don't think we did Fox yet. Whatever. We'll find Fox eventually. This might just be ABC order or something. Yeah, this is weird. Okay. Sorry, that was... Okay. I know I just went on a completely unrelated tangent. I do hope... This is Link. I hope this is Link and not Young Link or Toon Link. Anyways, that is Marth, I believe. Marth's Shield Breaker is actually really good. I'm going to put this in high on top of Lucina's. They're different, but for Kirby, they serve a similar function. I would say I think Lucina's is better than Marth's, just because Kirby does have the smaller sword, so Tipper's a little harder. But really good. Having a Shield Break option with Kirby is very important because of how early a fully charged Hammer Bash kills. And I think Marth Lucina, it's not impossible to get the Shield Breaker on. I think it's not easy, but also not impossible. It gives Kirby a ranged option. If you're recovering high, you could charge it, get some good horizontal momentum. It's good. Underrated. I don't know about underexplored, but underrated, I think. This I am going to say is Young Link. Young Link's arrows, I'm going to put them in mid. I don't think Kirby gets the crazy combo potential that Young Link gets, but I mean, this is just frame data you can't argue with. And also, having an option versus all of Young Link's projectiles is really nice. Roy, I believe that is... no, that is Ganondorf, my bad. That is not Roy. That's Mewtwo. Mewtwo's is so close to being top tier, but Mewtwo has a reflector, so high tier. Shadow Ball is just, it's such a good move. And even with the reflector, there's a lot of mind games that Kirby can play with it. If you like to jump and use it, just because of the momentum that it gives Kirby, you can B-reverse it to get some crazy B-reverse Shadow Ball into back air cross up on Mewtwo, or even Nair if you want to cross up shield. I mean, back air cross up shield, but Nair actually hits both sides. Or if you like to jump and then use it, you could bait the reflect and then forward smash, kill him at 60. I don't know. I like to use forward smash with Kirby a lot. So now we got Roy. Roy and Chrom both. They're not worthless. I just don't think they're very good. They're mostly good for hitting underneath the ledge. So interesting thing. Roy's I don't think is very good because of that. But because of the way Chrom's up B works, if he has to up B, is really easy to give him that way. So I'm going to put Roy's in low and Chrom's in mid. Game & Watch. It's fun. Bucket exists. That is Meta Knight. Okay. We gotta talk about Mach Tornado in this game. Getting Mach Tornado and Brawl pretty much made the matchup 50. Without Mach Tornado, Meta Knight won the matchup. With Mach Tornado, it was 50-50 in Brawl, I would say. Smash 4 didn't really change much. He still had the ladder combos. Mach Tornado was nice, but ladder combos just invalidated Kirby in that matchup. But here, the ladder combos still exist, but for one, Meta Knight's not as good as he was at Smash 4, but also Kirby's better than he was at Smash 4, but also Mach Tornado is a reliable aerial KO move, which is something Kirby does not have. He has back air, but that is it. And it is good air dodge bait, I would also say, considering that all of Kirby's aerials come out around the same time, except for down air. Down air and back air, the rest of them come out around frame 10. Down air is 17, I believe. Back air is 6. So back air is fast, so they're expecting a back air. Bait the air dodge with a Mach Tornado. The big problem is kind of mostly that Meta Knight. This isn't really a character that you're going to be baiting air dodges versus, but you'd be surprised. When you have another character with 5 jumps against Meta Knight, there's a lot of situations where Meta Knight's going to want to get out relatively safe. And if you're not baiting the air dodge, you can just throw it out. Meta Knight's punish game versus Kirby is really good, but if you just kind of throw it, you can't just throw it out. But if Kirby's not at a percentage where he's gonna die, and you want to go for the Mach Tornado, you can. I really like what they did with Mach Tornado in this game, and I think Kirby takes really good advantage of it. I feel like this is a bit of a controversial pick, which is why I'm spending a lot of time on it, but that be how it is. Pit's arrows, I believe that. Yep, that is Pit. Pit's arrows, I'll put in mid. They're mostly good. They're mostly good for edge guarding, which is something that Kirby's not going to get too much on Pit. And he is, but it's mostly going to be when Pit up Bs. All really the arrows are going to do are kind of position it a little better. So they're not useless. They're just not very good. I really don't think we did Fox yet. I'm still thinking about this. We didn't do Fox yet. Okay. Wario is up next. Wario's Bite is infinitely better than Kirby's Inhale. I don't really know what it does for the matchup entirely, but there is no reason to keep Inhale when you can get Bite. Snake. Grenades. Everybody knows how good Snake's grenades are, and they're just as stupid on Kirby. I know when people get hit by grenades, Snake's like to up tilt to get a really early KO. Kirby has similar thing with his up smash. Or forward smash. Forward smash, they both KO earlier, but they're not as fast, so you have to react to this stuff. And forward smash, you actually have to count on them getting hit by the grenade out of shield. Up smash, you can hit otherwise. But it's really good stuff. Grenades, ridiculous. They're a ridiculous projectile. If they nerf Snakes, they shouldn't nerf Kirby's. I know that's not how Kirby is coded, but still. Ike. Oh boy, Ike. Okay. Ike I'm going to put in high. Now, I know a lot about Ike. I secondary Ike, so I know a lot about him. And what's really nice about this move is it's just got ridiculous reach. Now, when you're Ike, you use this move to hit characters under the ledge. Kirby's not going to be able to do that versus Ike very often when Ike's under the ledge because he's got Aether. This is really good versus Quick Draw. It forces Ike to recover in a very specific way. And that is what you want a character like Ike or Roy or Chrom to do. This is better than Roy and Chrom's because they cover options, but they don't make them recover in a specific manner. This makes Ike use Quick Draw. And if he's gonna recover low, he's recovering low. You know how many ways you can punish that? You get him on the ledge. When he goes up to do Aether, you can forward tilt him, forward smash him. You got options. And depending on how he recovers, you might even be able to just hit him. Depending on how low he tries to go to ledge, you might just be able to hit him. It's really good, but it's only really useful for edge guarding, which is why I put it in high. Squirtle. Not bad, not great. Ivysaur. I like Bullet Seed a lot as an out of shield option. I really like it. I've liked it since Brawl. And I really like that they kind of gave it like a stronger finish. Oops, I wanted to put it in high. I don't know why it went to mid. Come on, just for authenticity. There we go. I really like it as an out of shield option. If Ivysaur is short hopping too much, a little close to you, you can throw it out. If Ivysaur is approaching from the air to try and down air you a little too often, you can throw it out. And it's really good versus Squirtle and Charizard also. That's kind of something about Squirtles that I don't think is too great. It's pretty good versus Ivysaur, I guess, but Charizard and Squirtle is kind of useless. Charizard's... you can get Squirtle, you can get Ivysaurs. I think in that regard, it's bottom. I think standalone, it's pretty okay. But when you think of Pokemon Trainer as 3 different characters, nah. Alright, Diddy Kong. I want to put it in bottom, but I gimped a Diddy with it once, so I'm putting it in low. Lucas. Man, PK Freeze is such a good move, but you are asking Lucas to heal HP. Sonic. Okay. Top. I thought this Smash 4, this matchup was 80-20 in Sonic's favor. Horrible for Kirby. This hobby ability saved that matchup, and it only got better here. Homing attack is so good on Kirby. It helps him get in on Sonic so much. If you can get the hardest part is actually getting the inhale on Sonic, but we're ignoring that. If you can get the inhale on Sonic, go for it. Get the ability. It is irreplaceably good. Homing attack, such a good move. Dedede's inhale, I think it's a little better than Kirby's. I'd actually put it in mid just because with all these abilities, you kind of have to question if they're better than having Inhale 4. You got to think about it. And I'd say this is just a better version of Inhale. Versus this character, yes, you can reflect orders. Oh, actually, I know you can reflect orders with it. That's true. Yeah, it's a strictly better Inhale in all situations. So it feels weird putting it in top tier, but when you see top tier as there's no reason for you not to get this ability, it makes a lot more sense. It's better than Inhale in every way. Go for it. This is Olimar. Oh, they got rid of Flood Gliding. Why? I hate this. Still top tier. You still need it for the matchup, but why? Why? This is like when I was crying about Beam in Amazing Mirror. Why? Why? Who is this? Lucario? I'm going to be honest, I know very little about Lucario in this game, but if this works similar to how it does in Smash 4, you can get I know they buffed Aura Sphere, so it kind of works like this again. You can get Aura Sphere and a back air, which is really good. So just because of that, I'm going to put it in high. If it turns out you can't get Aura Sphere and a back air anymore, if Lucario didn't get fixed that much, I'm going to move it down to mid just because it's a really good projectile. But a really good projectile on top of just being a good kill. Confirm what happened to the music. Alright, so the video paused on its own. That's weird. Okay, Rob is next. Really helpful to have this projectile. I'm still going to put it in high, though. I just don't think it's so... No one's looking at Rob saying, oh man, Rob's projectile's one of his best moves. And I feel it's kind of the same way for Kirby. It's a good way to keep Rob from forcibly zoning you out, but I don't think it changes the matchup so drastically. But it's good, though. This is Toon Link. Toon Link's arrows I like. I like them on Kirby just because they cover the high ground really well. I'm still only going to put them in mid just because the arrows by themselves are kind of whatever. If he got Boomerang or Bomb, this would be a different story, but what are you going to do? That is Wolf. That is not Fox. Alright, so if we don't get Fox by the end of the list, I'm going to tell you where he is, but hopefully he's here. But that is Wolf. Wolf lasers I don't think are actually that bad just because no Wolf will actually use the reflector as a reflector. And I know they got nerfed, but Kirby's height and his multiple jumps and his ability to just edge guard, I'm actually going to put it in high. One of my friends mains Wolf, and I've gimped him a surprising amount of times like this, so I do think this is another ability that has potential. I think a lot of these abilities have potential. Pretty much every ability other than the bottom tier ones I think have potential. This one I just think has a lot of the more fun and crazy potential compared to a lot of the others. That is Villager. So much stuff you can do with Villager's copy ability. Pocket's great. It still has the invincibility that it had from Smash 4, both Villager and Kirby. So you can use it for a lot of the crazy situations like that. Pocket Tree, Pocket Slingshot, Pocket Lloyd Rocket. Pocket Lloyd Rocket. So much you can do. Mega Man. Top tier. The footstool combos are gone. But that doesn't matter. Metal Blade is a super good projectile. And just having the ability to drop it on somebody's shield. That's crazy. Kirby can really take advantage of that. He could shield poke. He can grab, down throw to 16. Just a lot he could do. And, okay, so the funny thing is, Metal Blade is great even if Kirby doesn't have the ability, because Kirby can grab it too. I actually I footstooled somebody, I dropped the Metal Blade on them, they held shield, and I inhaled them to get Metal Blade. It was really funny. It's also a great edge guarding tool. If you Z-drop it, Mega Man doesn't struggle, but definitely has a hard time with it. Okay, I don't know what keeps happening with this music. Moving on. Wii Fit. I'm trying to think of a nice way to say why didn't they give Kirby a limit. Low. This move is so weak. It's so weak. I've tried using it against Wii Fits off stage. It's so weak. I'm sorry. This is... Who is this? I don't know who this is. Who got revealed after Wii Fit but before Little Mac? This looks like normal Kirby to me. I don't know who this is. I'm gonna get back to this one, because I don't know who it is. Little Mac bottom. Why lose Kirby side as an option versus Little Mac of all characters? Okay, Greninja. Really good, really good. Oh, that's Palutena. That is not Greninja. Oops. Greninja. Really good. This is a professional quality video. But Greninja's super good. The one thing that holds this back is that Greninja has a really good counter substitute. But otherwise, a lot of the stuff that Greninja gets out of his Water Shuriken, Kirby is fast enough on the ground to take advantage of. I've gotten fully charged Water Shuriken into back air. I've gotten into down air. That one's super hard. It might not even be true, but I've gotten it before. Chip. Just chip with it. Make the Greninja approach. Make the Greninja use Water Shuriken itself. Or himself, herself, themself, whatever. There's just a lot you can do with it. You have to watch out for Substitute, because Substitute's really good. Palutena. This one's okay. On its own, I'd say it's mid-tier, but you lose the ability to hit Palutena through her shield on the ledge, so low tier. Pac Man. Kirby doesn't have all of Pac Man's tools, so he doesn't take as good advantage of it as Pac Man does. But it's still the Fruit Roulette. It's still ridiculous. Nothing is never not going to make that move ridiculous. And also, Pac-Man, if Pac-Man wants to use his tools, he has to risk Kirby using his tools back against him. Ridiculous. So, Robin is next. Robin I would also put under high. I'm really glad he got the Thunder spells from Robin. Out of all the ones that he got, I'm so happy he got the Thunder ones. The rest would be so useless. And I've seen Robins get a lot of really cool stuff with this. My big thing is he gets Arc Thunder and Thoron. Arc Thunder still lasts a while, not as long as it did in Smash 4, but it still lasts a while. And Thoron is actually strong now. I know I said I wouldn't bring up doubles, but there's been this really funny Robin tech floating around where Rosalina can down B it, and it just goes crazy, and it just kills everything in sight. Obviously, Kirby can't take advantage of that in doubles because he would need Rosalina. But hey, if triples becomes a thing, Kirby, Robin, Rosa, broken team. You heard it from Kirby fan first. Shulk. Hold on. There we go. Do I even need to say this? Yeah. I don't. Everybody knows it. Kirby Shulk and doubles is really good. Moving on. Bowser Jr. So I think they made Canon better, but I don't know what they did. I think it's decent in the matchup just because it's an option when you're far away, and Bowser Jr. can't really camp ledge very well, so you don't gain much from keeping Inhale. But not bad. Not very good, though. Dark Pit. Unlike Pit, there's really no reason to have this at... Well, no, that's a lie. I'll put it in low. Kirby... I know the whole benefit of having that arrow is that it just does so much damage, and when you get somebody with it off stage, it's just wow, look at him go, but Kirby does that already. Duck Hunt. Solid high tier ability for... No, not top. Come on, there we go. Solid high tier ability for Kirby. The can... It does to Duck Hunt what Duck Hunt does to everybody else. The frame traps you get with can are ridiculous, and Kirby can take advantage of them. You also get a combo breaker, which is really nice when, you know, the occasion that a Duck Hunt will get in and just kind of go crazy on you up close. So it's good for that. For doubles, I know 3 in a row I'm mentioning doubles. For doubles, it's really nice to get out of combo breakers from your opponent. Not that I think Kirby Duck Hunt would be a great team, but hey, if you want to run it, you can run whatever you want. Oh, that's Ryu. Okay. I was thinking, is that Little Mac again? That is Ryu. Ryu! It's something. Having a projectile is always nice, especially since you can crouch under Ryu's. So it kind of forces Ryu to come in. And, okay. Shakunetsu is super good on Ryu. Shakunetsu is not very good on Kirby. Kirby cannot get a lot of the follow-ups that Ryu can get. But it's still not bad. Having a projectile, even if he could focus through it, Street Fighter 4, is always nice. That is... Oh, that is actually Ken. Okay. Same idea. Yeah. Nice. Great. Awesome. Cool. Radical. Totally. Alright, anyways. That is Cloud. Super overlooked ability. This is going right into the high tier. This... Oh, great tech I discovered in Smash 4. If you back throw a Cloud at 30 to 40... the numbers might be a little different in Ultimate, but I know this still works. If you back throw a Cloud, and then you do the B reverse, the B reverse Blade Beam, or whatever it's called, the only way they can get out of it was with an air dodge. And that is... It's not as ridiculous in Smash 4, just how air dodges were in that game. But you only get one air dodge in this game until you get hit again. So if they choose to air dodge and they miss the ledge, that's a free down air, and Cloud Gimp, have fun gimping Cloud. This is a super slept on ability, and even ignoring that, it is just, in general, a good way to get in on Cloud. It doesn't really help with camping Cloud, which is why the matchup is so rough, but it's really overlooked. I kind of wish more people talked about this ability. This move is terrible on Cloud, I think. Limit Blade Beam is fine, it's very good, but this move I don't think is good on Cloud. I think it's great on Kirby. Corrin. You know, if this character didn't have a counter, this ability might mean something, but for now it's going in mid. I hate you, Corrin. Get out of Fire Emblem. Blah. That is Bayonetta. Again, super good. I know one of the sets that kind of made me a little more popular in the Smash scene was against Concon, who plays Bayo. The New Jersey Concon, not Mr. Concon, the Luigi. The New Jersey Bayo. And I did not get this ability once. And it's just because Inhale stinks. I'm trying to Inhale. I'm trying to incorporate Inhale into my game plan a lot more. And when I was playing Concon, I really didn't. But bullet arts, or bullets, whatever they are, I don't know. Super good. It pretty much makes it so that Bayonetta has to recover low, which might not sound like much. But once you realize that means Bayonetta has to grab ledge, there's a lot you can do. Or, you know, if it makes them recover really low, you can get a stone or a down air. You've got options. What a lot of the best copy abilities do is that they give Kirby options. Just because his options as is are good. Or they're very good, actually, but they're exploitable, you know? So the ones that give Kirby options to overcome that, I think, are the best. As you can see by a lot of the bottom tier abilities just being ones that don't give Kirby anything. Inkling. Very good move on Inkling, I think. On Kirby... He doesn't really have too many ways to get into to get ink on the opponent. I really like grabbing ledge and then shield poking with it, even though that leaves me totally open on ledge. I think it's fun. I don't know. Anyways, that is Ridley. Ah, I love this. I love this. So the move's not very good on Ridley, from what I understand, just because it's slow and it makes him super easy to hit. But Kirby is not easy to hit. And Ridley has a very hard time dealing with this, I've noticed. I mean, I haven't played any of, the best Ridleys in the world or anything, but all the Ridleys I play, they really struggle to get down on this, and it just racks up so much damage so quickly. And Ridley's not heavy, or he's not one of the heaviest characters, so this stuff just all adds up. Oh my goodness, I love this. That is King K. Rool. I think... Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong move. It's the cannon, yes. I think this ability is fine. I love the up throw cheese you can get with it, but realistically, it's just good for the inhale part of it. The cannonball part is useless outside of certain scenarios where K. Rool might try to recover high, in which case you have better options. The inhale part is nice just to hit through shield. That is Simon and Richter. That is the axe. That is the axe. Thank you. On. Jeez. Thank you. There's no reason you should be hitting Simon and Richter with the axe. I mean, hey, if you're playing against Simon or Richter that you don't think is very good, go for it. Otherwise, just having Inhale to get some of their better projectiles spit out at them. Much better than anything the axe is going to do for you. Oh, that is K. Rool. And who is this? That's another one that I don't know who it is off the top of my head, so I'm going to come back to it. But I already went over K. Rool. Who was revealed after Ridley? Oh, Simon and Richter, and then K. Rool. So who is this? I don't know. This, okay, the Mii's. Wait, no, that's not a Mii. That is... Oh, wow. I didn't see Isabel's giant poofy thing. That's Isabel. Same deal as Villager. With the side note that being able to pocket her down B is even better than copying anything of Villagers except maybe Tree. Incineroar. I really like Incineroars. It's a lot of fun to mess around with. Really good when he's trying to get back on ledge, I think. And it's strong. Incineroars already deals a lot of damage. Kirby's deals like 5% more. It's crazy. It does so much damage. The Mii's, I don't really know anything about the Mii's, unfortunately, and they're all grouped into one because this is a Kirby hats list, not an overall ability. So we're gonna take... I can't really think of a situation where you'd want any of them, but I don't know what any of their neutral specials are. So that one's going in low, but out of all the abilities on this list, this is the one that I have no confidence in the placement. The rest I'm pretty confident in, though. Alright, so Piranha Plant, I actually think has a super good ability. I'm going to put it in high. Gets Piranha Plant's recovery pretty nicely. It's a great out-of-shield option, great anti-air option. They made the move a lot better in a recent patch, and that affected Kirby's version, too. Now, obviously, Kirby has to watch out for this move also on Piranha Plant's side, but... Piranha Plant's not a very good character. I love Plant, but not very good. Joker Guns does not grant Kirby a lot of the options that Joker gets with them, but I still think they're really good. I think they're good for a different reason. Kirby's super short, and if Joker's going to stay on the ground, Kirby hits him really easily with these. I think Kirby camps out Joker pretty decently on platform stages, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. So having an option to just annoy Joker and make Joker come in while Kirby's going to say, haha, I'm going to camp you and time out Arsene, is nice. And then what the heck are these two? Oh, okay. One of these has to be Zero Suit, because I haven't talked about Zero Suits yet. I'm going to assume that's this one. Forward smash after it, I guess. If you hit Zero Suit with it, it's pretty good. What the heck is this one? Oh, that's a crown. Okay, that's a crown. Who's got a crown other than Peach and Daisy? Not Zelda. Who haven't I covered yet? Okay, well, I don't know which ability this is. Alright, well, I'm going to say it's bottom just because I don't know what it is. So that's it. That is the Kirby tier list. Let me make sure we've got a good look at it. That is actually a very poor look at it. There we go. I know it's got the borders on the side. That might look a little odd, but that is my tier list of the Kirby copy abilities in Smash Ultimate. It's not perfect, mostly just because there are a couple of them that I don't know what they even are. But on the whole, I think I'd stick by this. This is mostly a pretty good reflection, at least in my opinion. A lot of these are underexplored, and I urge Kirby mains to find ways to make Inhale a little more useful. But that'll be it for this video. I hope you've been enjoying Kirby Month. Tell me what you thought of the tier list in the comments. Tell me what you think of Kirby in the comments. Is he better than people think he is? Is he somehow worse than people think he is? Oh! I found Fox! I found Fox! It's the one I thought was Kirby. Okay, slight alteration of the tier list then. You go here. But also, Kirby goes in the top tier. That was foolish. I can't wait to get to that part in the post-editing. But thank you all for watching so much. I hope you've been enjoying Kirby Month. I got plenty more videos on the horizon. I have been Kirby Fan. Take care.